Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, mystery reading number 723. Before getting into this reading, chances are that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. My current goal is 500 subscribers so I can have access to offering channel memberships. So if you do decide to subscribe and support my channel, thank you very much. So, the first thing I want to address, as you might notice, from yesterday or from usual, the camera is different today. That's because I'm trying a different camera. I hope it looks at least a little bit better. I know it's not going to be significantly better, but we're going to try it and see what happens. Also, this reading, I know I usually say it's going to be short, but we'll see. But it might actually, because I've just been working really hard on the personal readings and getting that together so I can start offering those. Really excited about that, really eager to start being able to offer those. Right now I'm hoping that I can start offering them in a few days. We'll see. But before getting into the numerology like I usually do, I felt called to show you this index card that says, "You're wanted with a heart." That heart there could have specific symbolism for somebody. I also felt a message about you being watched, but not in a creepy way, but in a protective way, spiritually, maybe someone in your life. You're wanted. You matter. Yeah, I knew this was going to come up in this reading. If you feel called to, I really encourage you to use 988 or 7 cups. The 7 cups is reminding me of the 7 of cups in tarot, so maybe someone's choices are significant. Actually, no, they will be, and let me tell you why. Because we're going to move on into the numerology, and we'll start with the number 2, even though I don't usually start with the middle number or anything like that. The number 2 is about balance. I feel like maybe there's something significant here about closure for somebody, letting something or someone or many things or one thing go. You're being called to release something to bring yourself peace and stability. Maintaining that peace and stability inward and outward, I feel. The number 7 in 723 represents wisdom, learning, growing. A big message that I've been feeling into lately is the fact that knowledge is power. You have an opportunity here to learn something that will help you truly understand your potential and what you are truly capable of just based on what you know and what you feel. Maybe there's something significant here about leading with truth rather than lies, being honest with yourself rather than lying to yourself about reality, about who you are. The number 3 in 723, I'm not going to go into 2 because we already talked about it. But the number 3 is about healing, communication, expression. Really confirming, encouraging someone to use 988 or 7 cups. Only listen to that message if it resonates for you. but someone who really needs to focus on expressing themselves, clearing their throat chakra, really getting in touch with your heart and your emotions and your soul, your light. Not getting in touch as in discovering that light, but getting in touch as in returning old friend. Might be important to only focus on taking that if it resonates. Adding these numbers, 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 3 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3, which again, use your voice, speak up, make yourself heard, express yourself creatively, honestly, in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to start wrapping up this reading by drawing out a card from these box of cards, which there is a number 2 on the bottom of this box. I call it box number 2 of channeled cards. Made these cards myself, if you didn't already know. I'm just only going to get one of these to look into your current situation, see what guidance there is, and maybe how it connects back to the number 720. The number 723, as I was trying to say. I got cut off because the camera stopped recording because it ran out of space, because it doesn't have a lot of storage. But I do believe that everything happens for a reason, because this was the card that I pulled. It says a little, and usually whenever I see this card, I pull a second card. But before I do that, I felt called to show you an index card that caught my eye that says, allow yourself to grieve. And I feel like that's so you can learn, find balance, heal, find peace, of course. I think grief is what someone really needs to express here. So what's a little here? It says, I'm going to pull another card. Like I said, I usually do. It says, when healing, focus on the good. Try your best to turn negative and draining thoughts into positive and fulfilling ones. I feel like someone really needs to hear this, because healing happens in cycles. It's ups and downs. It's a process. But eventually things will stabilize, and you'll find that emotional, mental, spiritual equilibrium. Again, you'll find that peace, but only if you allow yourself to find that peace. You tap into your willpower. You take control of your decisions, your choices, and ultimately your future. Focusing on the good, that's not the only part to healing. It's also letting yourself process, turn negativity into positivity, turn draining, heavy, hateful thoughts into empowering, light, loving thoughts. I feel like there's a different image of yourself that you're being called to reflect back to yourself. I got interrupted because of the storage space again, so this is a good reminder for me to keep this short. But yeah, this a little really feels like there's a little focus here on healing, processing, and changing your perspective. I feel like there's a lot of stubbornness and frustration in your energy, and that's valid, and you need to let yourself express that. Give yourself the space and time to reflect, process, and express, and create internal changes that will manifest as external changes. Good changes on the inside will manifest good changes, healthy changes on the outside. So be careful about the choices that you make when it comes to your mental health. I feel it with a very strong message here for someone. You're really grieving, and that's valid. You need to give yourself the space and the time to do it, and don't let go of the hope in what this experience had to offer, no matter how painful. Give yourself space and time, and I really, really mean that, because you deserve it. Because you deserve to take care of yourself, to feel supported, whether you're supporting yourself emotionally in healthy ways or you are seeking support outside of yourself, like I said about the 988 lifeline, or if you know what I'm talking about, or the 7 Cups website. Really, really encourage you to use your voice and seek help. Speak up when you need it, when you need to speak, when your inner child needs to speak. A lot of healing here, a lot of learning that you're being encouraged to do, or to keep doing, or to trust in. It's going to bring you the balance and opportunities that you deserve.